Hello everyone, my name is James Ryan and I'm here to play for you FTL Faster Than Light Advanced Edition, but with the Advanced Edition features disabled. So basically just FTL, but with a few UI improvements. Now, hopefully I've already uploaded and you've seen my last video that I uploaded. So I did a few playthroughs before I uploaded a video, before I chose one to upload. Didn't do so well. I mean, when I say I didn't do so well, I mean I didn't win, but at least I got up to Sector 3A. That's pretty good. So we're going to start a new game. Now I have two choices. I can either use the Engi Cruiser, or I can stay with the Kestrels. Now, considering I prefer drones over missiles, I think this time I'll go with the Engi Cruiser. But another thing is, as much as I like drones, I also like having laser weapons. I mean, ions are good, but I prefer to have ions in addition to lasers. Oh well, that's okay, because we're going to be using the Engi, and we just got to do what we just got to use what we've got. Okay, so I can either choose Kestrel or choose Engi, and this time we're choosing Engi, so I'm going to go with that. Let's take a look at. Does the Kestrel have any augmentations? No. The Engi Cruiser has a nice augmentation. Engi Medbot Dispersal. Engi Nano Medbots heal the crew outside the medbay at a reduced speed, so that's really nice. And I think that's like a downgraded version of another augmentation that you can get through normal play, which does the similar function but better in that it's not a reduced speed. But yeah, it's really nice. It's quite a nice augmentation. So yeah. So we got let's take a look at the layout of our ship. It is a Taurus, which is nice topological shape. So the crew can only really get around one way, or they can go around in circles. But that's actually not new, because technically, if you look at the Kestrel, it's also a Taurus because of this hole here. So it's really technically the same difficulty for AI to navigate and stuff. So you know, okay. So let's take a look. Ion Blast Mark II. So, ion weapons can disable systems without causing hull damage. So, how does this work? It's got a charge time of 4 seconds, which is pretty quick compared to these charge times with the burst lasers and stuff on the Kestrel. So yeah, it's quite a quick charge time. It does 1 ion damage, so I assume that means 4 seconds of disabledness, I guess. We got this combat drone. Requires 2 power and a drone part, but it continually shoots like 1 laser, so it's like a single shot of a burst laser rather than 3 shots. So that's nice. And apparently I've already done I Hardly Lifted a Finger, which is with the Engi Cruiser, destroy an enemy ship using only drones, no weapons. It also says here, with the Engi Cruiser, have 3 drones functioning at the same time. So that would be something to aim for, I guess. And also the gun station stuff, have 4 enemy systems or subsystems ioned at the same time while using the Engi Cruiser. So that would be quite interesting if I managed to get that many ion weapons. So should I rename my crew and stuff? Okay, so it is technically a Taurus, yes. Is it? I mean, I can't really tell. If you look inside the yeah, it is a Taurus. Okay. I want to come up with some snazzy names. The topological T. Yeah, that's great. I'll just name these guys after mathematicians, because why not? So this will be Leonard Euler. Who else do we have? Leonard Euler. So not enough mathematicians. I don't know enough mathematicians. Let's do Isaac Newton. He invented calculus, so that kind of counts. Well, so did Leibniz. And how about a modern, less famous mathematician that I only happen to know because he has a YouTube channel? Let's go with James Grime. Is it Grime or Grime? I think it's Grime. Grimy. I think he would be very honoured to be on the same ship as Euler and Newton. Yes. So... Alright, let's go. Start. The data you carry is vital to the remaining Federation fleet. Tip, upgrades. Don't forget to upgrade your ship. Often shields are the highest priority, but don't underestimate the usefulness of subsystems. Well, that is something I think I often do. Yeah, but oh well. So, let's see where we want people. The, Engi ship is differently laid out, so... Do we get a bonus, if people man the drones? So we got Grime on the weapons. We got Euler on the, as a pilot. And we'll get Newton on the shields. I definitely prefer people on the shields as opposed to the engines. We'll put 1 power to the engines. It gives us 3 power. Oh, we got 2 power for a combat drone, 3 power for the ion blast, but we only got 4 power left, so we might have to get rid of 1 off the engines, as it shows. So let us... We could go to this store, it won't be very useful, so I'm going to go down here, here, go up and around. I don't have any missiles, but that's okay, that's just the way I like it. Cause that's the way I like it, and that's the way I like it. That's the way I like it. So, and I should have been using my missiles as the Kestrel. I mean, that's what it's built for, man. Kestrel is missiles and lasers. I mean, to try and get the Kestrel and turn it into a drone using, or at least just energy using ship is kind of it's a disadvantage. It's a playstyle that has a disadvantage because that's not what the Kestrel is entirely designed for. Okay? Which means you're wasting time trying to augment it into something you want instead of just starting with something that's closer, like the Engi ship. So I should have really been doing a different playstyle maybe last time. Oh well. I'm with the Engis now, so yeah. An advanced rebel automated ship remains stationed near a small rebel space station. However, without functioning sensors, it's impossible to tell what's inside. Oh. Well, let's attack it anyway. So let's see what we've got. Is this our drone? That's enemy combat drone. It's going to attack us. Now, in order to beat them, we'll need our own combat drone. We're going to ion blast their shields. No. We're going to ion blast their weapons. That's what we're going to do. We're going to ion blast their weapons, because it's their weapons that we want to stop. But it will also ion blast their shields in the process, because it needs to get through their shields. And when the ion hits a shield, it just ion blasts the shield system. And we're going to pop a combat drone, and we're going to see who wins. That's the only thing about the... we're going to put this on not auto fire. We're going to... There we go. Yep. It should be nice. Simple. Sorry if I missed anything. But you probably didn't. I mean, it was pretty simple. Let's see, the drone was apparently designed to outfit rebel ships with drone systems. You find a functioning schematic. Okay, so I have a system repair drone. How does this work? We'll seek out damaged systems and repair them automatically. It will cost one drone part when first powered. Alright, but how much does it repair? Does it just repair one, or what? I mean, how useful is this? I don't know. Now you can see we already used the drone part, that mission. I mean, that fight, that battle, so it's important to note how quickly we will be using drones, and that drones are quite important. Hang on. Alright guys, I'm back. It's been a long time for me, because I went out and stuff, and did things, but now it's time to attack the slaver scum. Pause the game. What the heck is going on? We must know. Ion blast their weapons, I guess. I mean, what else do they have? There's not really anything. Oh, they have teleporters. But it's a scout, so I don't think there's anyone actually on the ship. We're obviously going to want a combat drone. I'll move this guy temporarily over to the sensors. I want to be able to see. Okay, there are in fact people on this ship. It's not a drone. So we might want to change our tactics. Until someone, you know what? I'd rather keep him on here for the moment, just so we can keep an eye on them. And we got their shields. Now we can ion blast there. I don't want them to teleport, but they did. So the guy there. Let's get our ion blast on their weapons. He's gonna go for our doors. Let's get our pilot oiler over here. We won't be able to dodge, but that should be okay. Let's fight him. He's in our shield area. Quick, weapons. Ion blast recharges very quickly. Take one of our slaves. Yes. Always can use more people. And thank goodness I got out of that. That was a terrible situation. This guy left. Alright, everyone back to your positions. Good job repairing that. Alright, so what's gonna happen is Newton... Where did I put you? Alright, this guy stays on the weapons. Oiler's our pilot. Grime will go repair this. He'll go back to the shields, and this guy and Matthew can work on the engines now. Okay, we'll save those positions. I think that worked out pretty well in the end for what could have happened. So there's a store there. Let's go up here, or don't know. Where should we go? Let's go here. Why not? All right, prepare for a fight. All right, so we'll need a combat drone. Pretty obvious. Now what have they got? They've got what looks like to be a bomb of some sort. I can't tell. I think it's a bomb, or maybe it's a... I think it looks like a bomb. They've got a laser, a blast laser. So we're going to want to disable their weapons. I don't want to use not regular auto fire. I want to control auto fire, so that way I can always change if I need to. They've shot single missile at us. It hasn't done well, and we just disabled their weapons. Very good. We're doing very good. Disabled their weapons. They can't seem to get a hold on us. Perfect. Powering up its FTL. So we're going to relocate our Ion Blast to go for their shields instead. Seems to be working pretty well. And that went pretty well. So the ship explodes, leaving behind a substantial collection of useful stuff and scrap material and stuff and missiles and drones and 17 scrap and all that jazz. And in addition, stuff and all that stuff. You know? Just stuff. We can also put a power towards... We can't in the long run. I'll go to this one. Now, the problem with auto fire is that it gets rid of timing and stuff. So yeah, that's another thing. The only other ship with this beacon message is you. Finally, after months of waiting, someone is falling into our trap. Wow, I don't think that really... Okay. So, first of all, we're going to pop a combat drone. Pretty obvious. Now, we might want to time our Ion Blasts so that they... We'll see. I'll go for the shields first. Ah, see, now the ship's about to fire, so we'll go for that. I got their shields. I'll choose every time, but there is an anti-personnel drone I've just realised on board, and it is attacking our oxygen system. So we're gonna have to get some people in there to fight that guy. And the Ion Blast to their weapons. Keep Ion Blasting their shields. Weapons. Let's auto-fire Ion Blast on their weapons, and that'll be good for now. Alright, Newton can get out of there, and Grime can go in and start helping. Alright, these two can go in there. Evia can get ready to help. Alright, where are we Ion Blasting? Their weapons? I think that's a good idea. It's trying to escape. So let's change our Ion Blast to go for their engine. Everyone can go attack this guy. No, our two Engis can go repair the oxygen, and our two humans can attack this guy. Alright, we got scrap material. Right, now we gotta focus on these guys. Everyone okay? Alright, Newton, get out of there. Grime can go in. You can help him. Alright, everyone good? Alright, return to crew positions. You two to the med bay. Alright, everyone's good? Let's go. Continue. Alright, so maybe the auto fire is kind of very extremely useful with an Ion Blast because of how quickly it blasts, but we are going to need to pause for more advanced timing. We are going to need to pause and manually fire this. We're pausing quite often just so we can get everything spot on. Okay. The nearby planet shows signs of habit. Okay, so nothing really happened there. We'll go down here. investigate the battlefield. Alright, so we've got an enemy combat drone. So we've got to get our own combat drone, and we're going to ion blast their, what's that? Is that a missile? I'd rather not deal with the missile, honestly, so we're gonna ion blast auto fire on their, on theirs. Perfect. Now their systems are damaged and stuff. It's good. It's basically what I'm saying. We're safe now. If I just keep auto firing there, everything should be safe. Perfect. Got some good stuff. What can we upgrade? I can't get full shields just yet. I'd love to go down here and then there, but I think something tells me it might be better to go here, here, here. I don't know. I'll go down here. Alright. They got an enemy combat drone, so we're gonna pop our own drone, because we need to. We have no other way of doing damage. It's an auto assault, so no one's on board, so we can just aim for their weapons, and that should be good. And now this is combat, not beam, so... Got rid of their weapons. Good. Now that we've got their shields, so now we can start firing. Yes, things are going good. Everything is fine. Our ion blast is now keeping their shields down. Their weapons are totally destroyed, so I'm going to shift my ion blast towards their drones. Perfect. 2 missiles, 1 drone, 9 scrap. Fast retreat. Alright. Coolio. Probably not the wisest move to go back there. I'm going to this nebula. Slow him down. Okay. Alright, so unmanned craft. Pop a combat drone. What we're going to do is we're going to ion blast automatically its weapons. It's got an ion and a missile, so I think its weapons are one of the highest priorities. What we can do is we can actually scratch that. We're going to wait. Oh, it has no shields. I didn't realize. So we can really just focus all of our fire on just its weapons. Nice. Nice. Its weapons are down and out for the count. It can't do anything to us. It has no shields. So, that's pretty good. Alright, the ship explodes, leaving behind a substantial collection of useless scrap material. It's real nice, and look, they only came so far because it was... Yeah. Let's get in this distress beacon. Oh, I don't know if it's worth it. I think it's better if we go here, here, and then here, then explore the nebulas. Maybe we can go here, here. How much do they tend to go? They tend to go, so if I go here, then here, and they'll be at the nebulas, so I can't really, if I just go here, and then here, I don't think it'll be worth it. If I go here, and then here. Alright, so I'm just gonna go straight down to the nebulas then. probably the best course of action, I think. Well, that didn't really work very well. So let's get down to these nebulas, where they're slow, so I can explore more. A heavily damaged Federation ship is hiding in the nebula at this beacon. Before you have time to make contact with them, they fade into the nebula. Let's attempt to follow and help them. But there's a rebel ship, so we have to pop a combat drone. That's a no-brainer. Now the question is, where are we going to aim our ion blasts? Now the thing is whether we shoot do we want to let our drone take it. If we go for the timing aspect instead of just randomly, what we can do is we can either let our drone take out the shield, and then we can selectively ion blast something, or we can get our ion blast to take out the shield first, and then our drone will randomly blast something with actual damage. I think what we want to do is just want to selectively damage their weapons first, so let's go for that. There we go. So that will disable their weapons now. So now their weapons are disabled. Now we can keep aiming for their weapons, keep those weapons disabled, and now eventually it'll go out of sync, and we'll stay. Well, even though their weapons are still disabled, we'll be able to start shooting down other parts of their ship, because we'll also be taking down their shields at the same time. So this auto fire actually works really well for this kind of these early battles. But eventually, we might find ourselves needing to switch over. For example, right now we need to focus on those instead. The engines, but now we've delayed their engines, so that works well too. So that was pretty easy. 2-2-15, nice. Got some missiles, which we can't really use at the moment, but that's okay. Let's go to this nebula. Just collecting scrap. So, Black Market Weapons Trader spins you a tale of the dangers of the nebula before pushing his wares. I can ignore, attack, or purchase an unknown weapon. I think I'm just going to attack the ship. I think if you try and purchase this weapon, it gives you like something really crap, so I'm just going to attack it. Pop a combat drone. We're just going to ion blast his weapons on repeat. Hopefully this works out. What does he have, by the way? He has a beam and an ion, so unless he shoots his ion and then the beam, everything should be fine. Yeah, I knew something could have happened. We just missed his ions. But we just got an ion on his weapons, so his weapons are pretty much down and disabled. And we can start taking out his ship with the asymmetry. So sometimes our ion takes out the beam, takes out the shields, allowing the beam to randomly damage the ship, and sometimes the beam takes down the shields, allowing the ion to selectively get rid of their weapons. And I think it works really well, especially for these early ships. 3 fuel, 1 missile, 15 of those. Good job. Now we're going to go for the exit. Now we'll see if we can get time for one more jump. Let me see. One. Oh, they're going to go here, and then they're going to go there. I think we can make it. Sure. Let's jump here, see if we can get just a bit more scrap out of this. There are solar flares around, which are not nice. That's okay. Pop a combat drone, and we'll ion blast their weapons. They have a bomb of some sort. Oh, sorry guys, I don't know how much you missed. You probably missed heaps. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. I'm so very sorry. But there is a mantis on board trying to get rid of our oxygen. So what we're going to do is we're just going to oxygenate him out. left, but he won't be able to handle the lack of oxygen. We're actually doing pretty good at taking down the ship, disabling his weapons and stuff. Now he's here, we can reseal the ship. We can redo the ship. We're gonna get these two people in here to fight the Mantis. There is a solar flare imminent. We just beat their ship. There isn't much to do. There is a fire to get rid of and a Mantis to get rid of. But all in all, I think everything is really good. Everyone can go back to their positions. Newton should go to the med bay so we can heal a bit quicker. And we better jump very quickly. Alright, we can jump now. Back home. Okay, now, ready to upgrade the ship? How much scrap we got? Alright, now, we can try the shields or the weapons. No point really with the weapons. I'll get double shields and 2 more power for those shields, except, how are those shields? Now we might want 1 more power for the weapons. For the engines. I think that's a good idea. Maybe not. We can always relocate the power later. Power's always useful, so we'll just get 1 engine, 1 power bar now. Actually, not yet. We might find a nice shop. So let's go to the next sector. We can choose, we want to go pirate controlled or civilian sector. Now I'm not sure if you get more scrap from fighting things early on and stuff, or if it's better to just go safe with a civilian sector. I'm not sure. I don't know. I really feel like a civilian sector seems like a pretty good idea at the moment. We're gonna have plenty of pirate sectors later on, so we might as well go safe for the moment, I think. So, where are we gonna go? There's a store right here. Let's see what's at the store. So, here's how it works. We got a Mantis. We got a human. Got heavy laser. Burst laser. It's only a burst laser Mark 1, so it only does 2 shots. You got a heavy laser. Can wreak more havoc apparently, so this one's 11 seconds, this one's only 9 seconds charge time, so that's already better. This has got 2 shots per charge, 1 damage. This one does 1 shot per charge but does 2 damage. Of course it can only get through 1 shield, not 2, I would think. See, it says each laser shot it says tip, each laser shot will be blocked by a single shield bubble regardless of the laser's damage. It's got a low breach chance, so it can breach. It does more damage. It's also requires less power and less charge time, so I reckon that is pretty good. If we can time that, that will do very well. There's also page 2, and remember we got drones, so perhaps we can do well with these drones. So defense drone can shoot incoming missiles and asteroids, which I think is really useful as well. So we've got quite a tough decision to make here. We can either buy a heavy laser for 50 scrap, or we can buy a defense drone Mark 1 for 50 scrap. Do we want to be able to? I don't know. I don't think I've used a heavy laser with this stuff before with this combo. with this combination of stuff. With like how would it work? We'd ion blast and combat drone, and then we'd get a heavy laser in as well. They only require 1 power. It will require an upgrade on that system. This will require an upgrade on the drone system. On the other hand, I feel like this will come in real handy if we should ever need to if there's missiles around. Of course, we can always disable the missiles with the ion blast as well, but we might have problems doing that. The heavy laser, of course, would also help us there. Which one is more situational? This one just shoots down missiles and asteroids. This one, we can choose where to shoot it. So, by the logic of freedom and how we can use them, then this one seems to be better. So I'm going to go for the heavy laser. The first thing I want to do is sell this system repair drone, because it's really not that worth it. It repairs them. I don't know how much it repairs. It will seek out damaged systems and repair them automatically. Crew drones require 1 drone to deploy, but will not need to be deployed again until destroyed. They stay on ship and help your crew as long as they are powered. So maybe that's not that bad, actually. That could actually be quite useful if I need it. So maybe I won't sell that immediately. I will definitely buy the heavy laser for 50 scrap and fix all of my ship. I think I hope I made the right decision. So we got the heavy ion blast and the heavy laser. The ion blast and the heavy laser. We can't use it at the moment, unfortunately. We might be able to if we depower the ion blast and we use it in combination with the combat drones. That could work well. But we shall have to see how this all works out. Let's go back here. We also need some fuel soon. So they're coming in from this way. So if I go down here, I should be easier to... well, there's actually a lot of stuff here. I don't think I'll be able to explore it all though. This stuff is closer together, so I want to go here, 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 here. That could be a nice exploration route, so we'll see what happens there. But first, we need to reject these guys' offers. Now, we can try our heavy laser, or we can stick with the tried and true ion blast. First of all, we're going to want to pop a combat drone. Our question is if we want to. I think we'll just use the auto fire on their weapons that we're used to. Or maybe not. Maybe we won't auto fire so much as selectively fire. Alright, that's been shot. Now let's quickly ion there. Yeah. Alright, great. We got their weapons down. Let's continue auto firing there. Now there is a fire in our shields, so we'll need a few people to come and help. We should be pretty much safe from their weapons for the moment. Now that we've got their weapons down. Alright, everyone back to positions. Newton is still healing up with our medbot dispersal. Now they'd like to give us 2 drones and 4 missiles and 14 scrap. I'd like scrap more than drones at the moment, I would think, and I don't need those missiles, so let's not accept it. And we'll also get Newton to help. Also get Newton to help. Also get Newton to help out there. They're still somehow managing to shoot these weapons at us. We still took some damage from their missiles, unfortunately, but that's okay. we can repair. Everything should be fine. Alright, good. Phew! Alright. Now there's a distress signal here. We can go here, 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 here. Sure. Why not? You find a number of ships fleeing from a small space station. You hail them, asking what's wrong. Help, we're being overrun by some sort of giant alien spiders. Send the crew to help. Giant alien spiders are no joke. Or leave them alone. I always forget if this is a good idea or not. I don't think it is. I think you lose people, so as much as I'd love to help, I'm gonna... Hang on. Well, everyone, I'm back after another long journey. I went out again. Come back. Home. It's been a while. About an hour or two. I don't know, maybe just an hour. I'm having the healthiest snack ever. I'm having celery with some salt. It's actually really great. It's delicious, and it just goes to show, just goes to prove that you don't need to have snacks like Tim Tams and stuff. In fact, I think Tim Tams are just like a bit too sweet, and I tend to like feel like I want to have reflux and vomit afterwards. After I eat them anyway, just because they're too much. But this is delicious, and I could just eat this all the time. Eventually you acquire a taste for the healthier food, and they end up tasting better than the not-healthy food. Okay. Anyway. You can't risk fighting against some unknown alien. Every backwater station you come across, you prepare to jump. Oh well. So there's a store. I feel like I don't really need to go there. So I'll just go. Should I check out the store? I don't know. I'll just check out this station. Don't think I have enough scrap for a store. Scan to reveal a large asteroid field nearby. Short-range scanners may discover useful materials while we wait for it to recharge. Let's explore it. Nothing of interest. Oh well, we tried. Let's go here, 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 here. Okay? Cool. There are immediately a number of ships stationed around a rest stop. But I can't hire anyone, unfortunately, so I'll have to forego that. Let's go here. A rebel ship approaches cautiously. Personally, says the captain. Might have stuck with the Federation, but I'm a soldier, sir, and I'm no use without a water fight. Raise your shields. Well, if we need to fight, why not fight for us, eh? Fight for the Federation. Obviously. Anyway, let's see what happens. We're obviously gonna need to pop a combat drone. Keep ion blasting there. They've got a missile, so we'll need to do it on their weapons. Now there is someone on board, so I need to get 2 people to take that person down. We'll get Matthew. Good job, we're doing a good job taking down their has been a bit of a disturbance in terms of our doors, so Newton can go fix that. We've taken out their oxygen, and we've taken out their weapons. They can't shoot us now. They'll give us 1 fuel, 1 drone part, and 12 scrap. We can't accept that, unfortunately. Good stuff. Both the food I'm eating and the weapons and stuff. Everyone good? At positions? Good? Okay. Ready to jump? Let's go here. Federation scum. We've waited a long time for this. What have they got? They've got a defense drone that shoots down missiles and asteroids. That won't be too useful for them considering we don't have any missiles. I will make a combat drone. And I think this time I'll time the ion blast. Alright, so that's shot, and now that that's shot, we're gonna shoot right at their weapons. We need to disable their weapons. Because they have both a laser and a beam. Oh no, we don't need to disable their weapons. Because no, we don't need to disable their weapons. I'll disable their shields. I reckon that's a good thing to keep disabling. Why not? We'll get a continuous ion blast on their shields now. That should be fine. Their weapons can't actually get through our double shields. So they'll give us 3 fuel, 4 missiles, or 10 scrap. Or we can get more scrap. Let me think about this while I pause the video temporarily. Alright guys, I'm back. So I can either accept their offer, get some missiles, some fuel, 10 scrap. I'll take the fuel. Fuel's always good to take, in my opinion. Let's go here, and then we'll go to the distress signal. Let's attack the automated ship. Alright, so it's an auto assault. So once we take down one of their things, they can't really get back at us. Get a combat drone. Get an ion blast on their weapons. This shouldn't take any time at all, really. Taking down their weapons, and now we can start just taking down their other stuff. Take down their shields. Yup. Yeah, keep taking down their weapons. I'll time this time. So we're gonna go for their shields with the ion. Yeah. Perfectly. Perfect. Okay. 22 scrap. Station is a storage site for various resources. You salvage everything possible. 4 missiles, 1 drone part, 11 scrap. Good job. Can we upgrade anything at the current time? Perhaps we'd like to upgrade our weapon control. And an extra power bar. I think that's a good idea. Okay, we might not need the power bar, but I'll definitely get the weapon control. Now we can power up our heavy laser as well. Sorry guys, don't know how long I left you out. Probably not too long. Let's keep going. I just upgraded my power and my weapons. Alright, let's see. You find the source of the distress call, a small research station. It appears a small laboratory fire got out of control and is threatening to destroy the station. Their fire suppression system is not responding, so I can send in a shuttle to help put out the fire. Doc can try to rescue survivors, or I can send in my repair drone. I'm gonna do that. You send the repair drone in and it methodically puts out the fires. Once it has made some progress, the rest of your crew helps to secure the station and contact the survivors. They offer you their sincerest gratitude. The station would have surely been destroyed without your assistance. They transfer a small reward and an additional drone schematic. Awesome. So I got an anti-personnel drone, which will seek out and attempt to destroy any intruders on board your ship. And it will cost 1 drone part when first powered, but will of course stay on the ship as long as it needs to be for a particular thing. One really useful augmentation to get would be the drone recovery arm. Alright, we're going to go here and then we're going to go here, okay? We're going to exit the system, okay? Alright, nothing here. We're going to go here. Alright, there are a number of privately owned ship construction platforms in the area. You find one that has a slot for some immediate work, inquire about their specialty. They offer to upgrade your piloting subsystem in exchange for some scrap. It's quite a deal. I still need pilots to perform jumps, and all it really does is mean that I can autopilot a little bit in terms of evasive maneuvers, so I'm going to decline. Let me just make sure I'm right. Let me see how that works. Upgrades. Piloting. Yeah, it's just auto 50% evasion. That's all it is. It's still not full evasion without pilot, so I don't think it's really that useful, and I don't think it's worth the scrap. So we're going to... We might need to upgrade our drone control eventually, but not yet. For the moment, we have a choice between Zoltan and Pirate. I'd like to go Zoltan because I want to get the Zoltan ship, and I like the Zoltans too, so yeah. You've entered Zoltan territory. The species is not renowned for giving anything for nothing. But you can always be assured of fair hearing. I can't tell. I thought the Zoltans were like the peaceful ones that want to give away things for nothing, but I'm not sure. Maybe I'm just mistaking that. Maybe they've been changed by war. I'm not sure. Let's go here first into the nebula. The nebula turns out to be the hiding place of a terrified rock crew taking refuge. Rock crew taking refuge from the Zoltan border police. They don't seem to be prepared to risk your leaving with their coordinates and open fire. Right. So, first of all, combat drone. Need that. We might want to time these lasers. So our combat drone's about to fire, I think. Right, and then we'll go for their weapons. Yeah, get one on the shields, the combat drone, one on the weapons with the ion blast. One on their shields again with the ion blast, and then we'll get their weapons with the heavy laser. So I'm just gonna ion blast their shields again. Ah, we missed. Let's keep ion blasting their shields. And we're going to time the heavy laser. We've got a resist, that's okay. Heavy laser on their weapons. But we missed again. It's okay. Yes! We got a shot on their weapons. We took their weapons down. What else can we take out? We'll take out their shields maybe now. Heavy laser on their shields. Bam. Awesome. Useless scrap. Awesome. Alright. Good to know. Where to now? What should we upgrade? can see enemy interior. I'm not sure if I want to do that because we can always man it to get that. I think we'll upgrade. I'd like to upgrade the reactor just to get a bit of extra dodge. I'm not sure if that's really worth it. So I'll just keep my scrap for the moment. Let's visit this nebula here. We can go here, 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 here. Let's do that. So let's go here. So we got asteroids around. You arrive in asteroid fields and are greeted by a Zoltan guard. By attempting to access these closed mining fields, you are in violation of Natural Mineral Protection Act. Of the Natural Mineral Protection Act, your weaponry will be confiscated for processing. You don't have time for this. Wow. Alright, so we're gonna put a combat drone, ion blast, just anywhere, preferably weapons, and heavy laser on their weapons as well, and we'll see what happens. We're just trying to get through their shields for the moment, just trying to do as much damage as possible. Alright, let's switch heavy laser to the shields or whatever. Yeah, okay, great. Now we'll heavy laser. How about we heavy laser their weapons now? Their shields are temporarily down. Perfect. And we'll start ion blasting their shields. Keep the laser on their weapons. Perfect. That is a good thing, that heavy laser. The ship explodes, leaving behind a substantial collection of useless scrap. We got 1122. Very good. Everything worked out great. We're in danger and we need to charge our FTL. We should be fine. Our shields are recharging fast enough to get rid of the asteroids. So let's go here and then to this nebula. Okay, so we've got a rebel ship and they've got an enemy combat drone on us. We're gonna get our own combat drone. Gonna start ion blasting their shields and heavy laser on their weapons. And we'll see how that works. Okay, so an enemy combat drone started to destroy our O2, so we're gonna get Newton over to fix Newton over to fix the O2. We've taken out their weapons now. We're still going to have our burst laser stay on their weapons, keeping their shields down with the ion. I think the auto combat we've got at the moment should be just fine. He can go back. You made your point. We are beaten. Take these and leave us. So we got 2 fuel. We need the fuel, don't we? Honestly, let's take that. Sure thing, why not? Let us continue to this beacon. Alright, okay, this guy's cloaked. We might be able to go without a combat drone for the moment. Just this once. Okay. So we're gonna... Hi guys, don't know how much you lost, how much you missed out on. I'm just fighting this ship without a drone. Newton is going to go help fix that. I'm supposed to be getting rid of their weapons. I'm going to start heavy lasering over there too. Going back to positions. Alright, everything's good. 24 scrap, 2 fuel, 1 drone part. Nice. Alright, let us... Don't know if I want to upgrade just yet, again. Let's go to this nebula. Nothing happened. There's a store here, I'd like to go to that store. Alright, let's see what we've got. Pegasus, 2 projectiles for the cost of 1. So, let's take a look at this. 3 missile, 3 power, 20 seconds, requires missile, shots per charge 2, 2 normal damage, 5 shield piercing, so it goes through 5 shields, which is, you know, pretty much everything. Low fire chance and low breach chance. Burst laser Mark 1 on the other hand, gets through 2 shields, 2 shots per charge, 1 damage, pretty standard. You also got a crew teleporter, which I don't think will really help at the moment. I don't really need that. We got cloaking, which is really useful. Kind of. I mean, I'm not sure if it's really that useful. The Pegasus looks kind of nice, but as I said, I don't want to rely on... It could be really useful to have Pegasus, seeing as I do have quite a lot of missiles. But Burst Laser is pretty nice too, and it doesn't require any missiles, so... I'll go with that, I think. Yeah. I'm not sure. It's a tough decision. I don't think I really need a crew teleporter. Oh, I didn't see this. They also have some augmentations. Weapon pre-igniter. Weapons are made immediately available after an FTL jump. That looks really nice. Long-range scanners, so you get the additional info. Automated reloader, so cooldown between weapon shots is improved by 10%. Now this could actually really be useful. It could be the difference between getting something shot and not. First of all, I want to fix our ship for sure, all the way. So we've got 129 scrap to spend. So everything in here we can buy except the cloaking. Burst laser looks nice and simple. I don't know if these augmentations are really worth it. Maybe the long range scanners, not sure. As I said, I don't have experience in this game, so the most important thing to get really is experience, which is in a sense free, but I don't really want the Pegasus, and I'm a little fishy about these, so I'm just gonna get Burst Laser. Weapon Pre-Igniter looks really nice, but it'll cost a lot of scrap, and I don't know if that's worth it. So I'm just... how much? I'll need 2 more weapon system. 2 more in the weapon system to use that, so... oh well. That's fine with me. Burst laser. And I'll get some fuel while we're at it. Well, fuel... good. So we got 64 stuff. Great. Now let's take a look at our ship, what we can buy. We can get 1 more weapon control, but we need 2 more to use the burst laser. But we can, of course, decommission the heavy laser to get the burst laser if we should need to. So let us upgrade our weapon control. Cool. Alright, let's go this nebula. Inside this nebula, you detect a rogue planet drifting through space. On its surface, a huge monolith visible at this distance, even to the naked eye. Zoltan Elder hails you from the planet. Through luck or intent, you have discovered the Great Eye. Look into its depth and receive your just desserts. Pull the ship in closer. As you approach, an ancient alien voice speaks to you. Your mission has brought you great battles and great losses. This will help ease the pain. A few minutes later, someone reports medical equipment has appeared on the ship. So we have a healing beam of some description. So how does this work? A self-teleporting healing unit that can instantly heals all friendly crew in the room, can target your own ship. So if I need to, I can instantly heal people, which does sound really cool, but it is a weapon and would require getting rid of one of these. So we'll have to see how that works out. I'll leave out the healing beam for the moment. I don't think we'll need it. For the moment, at least. Now I'll go up. You pick up the last broadcast from a rupturing Zoltan freighter. Mantis to here, please. You're interrupted by fire off the port bow. So we've got Mantis Scout. Pop a combat drone. What we can do is we can throw up our ion blast. We're gonna have to time. So combat drone there. We'll aim our ions at the shields. Okay, everything else is down, so all that, everything else is down. Ion blast the shields again, and we'll heavy laser at their weapons. And there is someone in this room, so Matthew will leave, and Newton will come in and help. Keep burst lasering their shields, heavy laser their weapons. Just keep ion blasting their shields. Heavy laser, lock onto their weapons. Perfect. We took a shot at their weapons and it worked out. Keep aiming at their weapons. Alright, that guy, he left. Everyone can return to their positions. Everything worked out. Great. Everyone healing. Alright, Newton, you can go to the med bay, heal up quicker. Good job. I think everyone did really well there. Good job, everyone. Alright, you can return to positions. And we're going to jump again. Another store here, I don't think we really need. Alright guys, don't know how much you missed, hopefully nothing much. So let's continue. A rebel ship has been patrolling this region. As soon as you arrive, it begins its assault. So the first thing, combat drone. It has a teleporter thing, which is not good news. Ion blast, we need an ion blast to get through its shields, and I'll target my heavy laser at, we'll see what happens. So someone is on board now, we'll have to see what they go for. Alright, so they've gone for that, so Matthew will go and deal with that. Now we've got a heavy laser, we're going to wait, and we're going to shoot it right now at their weapons. Perfect. Got it through their weapons. Alright. Keep shooting their weapons. Perfect, their weapons are down and out for the count. No one here is taking much damage, but the enemy ship is powering up its FTL. So what we're going to do is we're going to heavy laser their engines instead this time. We're going to redirect the ion blast towards the engines as well. Alright, so we can accept their offer of 8 missiles. 8 missiles. We're not using missiles though, so we're gonna not accept, and we're gonna end up destroying them now, probably. Just ion blast, anything. Bam. Much better. 2 fuel, 1 drone part, 30 scrap. Now everyone can return to their positions. Newton can help fix. Right, back to positions. Alright everyone, we're continuing on to here, and then here. Hopefully. Intruders on board. The Mantis outcasts sometimes make the mistake of taking the Zoltan for easy game. A scout moves into attack while a boarding party comes aboard from a nearby transport. So who's on board? 3 Mantis. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to have to still use a combat drone instead of anti-personnel. We'll get an ion blast auto on there, and heavy laser on their weapons. We're going to have to use our crew, 3 crew members. Maybe just these 3 to fight these guys. Alright, pay attention. Okay, Grime has to get out of there. Everyone get out of there. And Oiler, you can stay there. Everyone needs to go help repair that. I don't really care if they take out my engines. I do care if they take out my shields, but it's gonna... I'm gonna have to decommission the combat drone. Get an anti-personnel drone. And we'll just keep firing. Alright, that's good. The ship explodes, leaving behind a useful collection. We've got an anti-personnel drone. Everyone has to get in and help. Except Grime. Grime can go back to here, and this guy will come in instead. Newton can leave too. Right, Oiler can leave as well. You know, everyone can just leave. Everyone in here. He died, didn't he? Alright. Let's fight these 2. Alright, now we need to get in and fix the oxygen. The rest of the ship doesn't matter, because we fixed the oxygen. Grime, get in there and these guys. Fight these guys. Alright, get back in medbay grind. Alright, fixed everything else. Everyone get back in the medbay. The two Engis go into the sensors. Alright. This guy Oiler should be fine in there, in the med bay, as long as he's got friends. He needs to get out of there though for the moment. Alright, you can get in there and help now. Everyone should be fine. Alright, great. Everyone to their positions. And now that you're there, we're going to help you fix things. Good job. Alright, fix the doors. The engines, fix the drones, alright, and then everyone will get back to where they were. Alright, back to positions. Good job everyone. We're out of here. Gonna need to upgrade the ship soon. Let's go here, here, here if we can. You arrive at a Zoltan security checkpoint set up in a perimeter around the beacon. Traveling vessel, you will submit to crew profiling to identify fugitives of the Empire. You don't have time for. I don't have time for this. Energy shield is raised and ready for combat. Alright, so we will use a combat drone. Oh, thank goodness they don't have a crew teleporter. Okay, so we'll use a combat drone. Need an ion blast. Actually, for this first part, let me take a look at the charge time. We'll definitely still use the ion blast, I would think. On their shields, heavy laser their weapons. We'll see how that all works out. Alright. Okay, so we've got an actual ion on there. Now we'll get the next ion on their weapons, heavy laser on their weapons. Okay, there's been some damage to our drones, which has stopped working, so Newton will need to go and fix those drones. And we'll need to fix the weapons. Until then, we'll just keep doing this to their shields. Freaking sensors. Sorry guys, I don't know how much you missed. Our sensors were down, but we can reinstate our laser now. We can shoot at their weapons. Our combat drone should be back up soon. Everyone back to position, except you. You can go back to repair the sensors. Alright, their systems are down. We're going to start taking them out. Taking out their oxygen. This is intense. We're gonna go fix the engines. Okay, we beat them. Only just. 2 missiles, 1 drone part, 25 scrap. Alright. Let's upgrade the ship a little. get some more power bars. One more power bar and weapon control. That should allow us to power up the burst laser. We'll need one more power bar for the combat drone if we want to get the combat drone as well though, so we'll see how that works out. Going here. Alright, so we're not going to use the drone this time, we're going to use the burst laser and stuff. So Ion Blast will go an Ion Blast and a burst laser on their shields. That'll shoot 2 shots, so hopefully we'll get one. And then heavy laser their weapons. Alright, the heavy laser actually comes first, but it still only takes away 1 shield, so it's better to see how this works out. So first things first, an Ion Blast goes on their shields, takes away 1 shield. Postpone our heavy laser. Our burst laser has done something to their, gonna do something to their shields, and we're gonna shoot heavy laser at their weapons, right? They've taken down our sensors. We need to get our sensors. Don't need our drones at the moment. As you can see. We'll have to burst laser at their weapons then. Because apparently I'm heavy lasering and burst lasering at the wrong things. They offer you cargo if you let them live. Accept their offer. Long-range scanners, 4 fuel. 1 drone, 26 scrap. Long-range scanners. I think it's worth it for the fuel. Everyone back to positions, but we will need someone to fix the breach and stuff. So everyone can go fix that. And the 2 Engis can go fix the breach. Alright, everyone back to your positions. You guys will regain your health slowly but surely. We didn't need a drone on that one, but we will need to heal up. We're going to the exit now. Right after everyone is fully healed. Alrighty then, to the exit. Okay, you recognize the ship as a well-known slave trader. He hails you and offers you labourers for cheap. Buy 1 slave and free them to join your crew. So you can pay 41 scrap for Jorlak. 41 scrap for Jorlak. Attack them. I think I'm gonna attack them. And we won't use any combat drones for the moment. So Ion on their shields, and we'll see what happens next. So we've got an Ion Blast on their shields. We've got Lombard on board. Let's pause. Let's try and take out our sensors. We can't have that, so Newton and Grime will have fixed those. Now we've got the heavy laser. The shields are down. Laser their weapons. Burst laser on their shields. Burst laser their weapons. Heavy laser their shields. Oh, missed. It's okay. Heavy laser weapons, burst laser weapons, heavy laser on the shields, I think. No, heavy laser, burst laser can go on their weapons, heavy laser, where can we put a heavy laser? And where it hurts. Oxygen. Let's put it on there so we can't miss. Oh, I missed. See what I mean? Alright, this is good. Where else can we get them? Burst laser on their O2? Sure. The enemy ship appears to be powering up its FTL. Not anymore, I just burst lasered it. We surrender, take one of our lasers. If you destroy us, all day. Anyway. Okay, we're gonna accept their offer. Welcome aboard, Hector. Alright. Now, Hector is a rockman. Hector's gonna take care of our engines. And he's also gonna be emergencies in times of, problems and stuff. He's gonna help us with fires. So I reckon that's pretty good. Good for you, Hector. On to the next sector. We can either go to a Zoltan homeworld or an Uncharted Nebula. I'm gonna go to the homeworld. Again, as I said, I want to get the Zoltan ship if I can. You're far from Federation home space here in Zoltan territory, and it's not clear whether the authorities will have any goodwill remaining. Still, you have to push forward. Okay. So we can see here. Well, do I have long-range scanners now? I do. Awesome. So, possible ship detected, possible ship. What route do I want to take? I think I want to go through this nebulous area. So I'm going to go here. See how that all works out. After this, I really want to get repaired. Ship with pirate markings. Demand your surrender. These are sad times when even Zoltan space is beset by pirates. You doubt these fools will be missed. Alright. So what we're going to do is going to ion blast, as always, their shields. We're going to see how we can intelligently respond. Now there's a Zoltan and some other guys with the Rockman, so we're going to help them fight him off. The Engi. Get an ion blast in on their shields, are down. Get a heavy laser in on their shields, and then we'll burst laser their weapons. Keep heavy lasering, keep burst lasering. Hopefully manage to get it in on time this time. Newton will need to leave to the med bay. Lasering. Oh, sorry guys if you missed anything. Just beat a pirate ship. It was nice, it was good. Lol, pirate ship. Sounds like it's an old school ship, but it's not. It's a spaceship, so it's kind of funny. Kind of. I'm gonna get some more power. So we can now get Zoltan. Get combat drones as well, and with that I'm going to go here. Okay, I'm going to go here. There's a store over there, so we're going to head for that store to repair. Okay, so there's a problem here. So what we're going to do, combat drone, why not? Ion blast, shields repeatedly, burst laser and heavy laser their weapons. Well, actually no, we're going to do the burst laser, the heavy laser after the burst laser. Burst laser is what's going to get through us through the shields. There is a Mantis there, so we're going to get our Rockman in to beat the Mantis. Okay, now heavy laser their weapons. Awesome. Good job. Now that that's taken care of, gonna heavy laser their shields. Redirect the Ion Blast towards their oxygen. Heavy laser there. That. Burst laser on that. Alright. Yeah. Burst laser back towards their shields. No, heavy laser on their shields. Burst laser back towards there. Yeah. Hopefully Hector beats them. Alright, Hector's gonna go heal up. I'm doing pretty well, I think. I'm not sure, honestly, but we'll see. We shall see. We will return the crew to their good positions. We will jump to this store to repair. Alright, so the first thing we're going to want to do is fix all, hopefully. There's no 2 pages, there's only 1 page, so we can get crew, teleporter or cloaking. It's not really that useful, let's just heal up. I'm going to buy some fuel and drone part maybe. So that was all our scrap. Nice. Let's probably go straight here. Oh, we can't. I see. So we're gonna go here and then we're gonna go there. Alright. You receive a message, this area is off limits, submit your ship to processing. It's only 1 guard ship and it'll only begin you decide to fight your way out. Well, yeah. Alright, so we're definitely gonna need everything we can get on this. So combat drone. Ion Blast, it's getting intense now. Ion Blast, their shields. Then we'll selectively shoot afterwards. So we've got 1 Ion Blast on their shields. Gonna shoot a heavy laser at their shields as well. Burst laser on their shields. Alright, good. Keep Ion Blasting now. Everything there. With the beam and an ion, they won't really be able to hurt us too much, I would think. Alright, we've managed to somewhat damage their shields, so I'm going to keep shooting heavy and burst lasers at them. Perfect. Start shooting burst lasers at their weapons instead. Nice. Heavy laser at their shields. Perfect. No damage. 2 missiles, 1 drone, 37 scrap. Perfect. So I got my drone back. It was nice. We're gonna have to go here now. Alright, so he's got some drones. Enemy combat drone, enemy combat drone. Alright, so he's got 2 combat drones. I think one of them might be a beam, and the other one a missile. Other one a burst laser, but I'm not sure. What I do know is that I'm going to put my own drone. Ion Blast. I'm going to put everything at their shields for the time being. I'm going to see what happens. So apparently my Ion Blast ended up shooting one of their combat drones somehow. Don't even know. Alright, keep aiming at the shields. Alright, aim for their drones now. Alright, everything on their shields, I would think, is a good tactic at the moment. No, we'll keep Newton on the shields. Come on, heavy laser, right now, we need it. Alright, so what's going on here? Ah, got their weapons. Alright, we're gonna change heavy laser to go for their weapons instead. Bam. 2 missiles, 1 drone part, 34 scrap. Nice. Alright, everyone. You 3 can go fix this. Alright, back to your positions. Good job, everyone. Anything I should upgrade?
Yes.
Alright, so I'm not sure if I want to buy anything. I've got... Alright, so we have some choices. What are we gonna upgrade? We could just upgrade our regular old power bars. I don't think we should really try upgrading anything for the moment. Let's stay in the nebula, fight another ship. 32 missiles, man. Alright, so what have we got? Enemy combat drone, enemy combat drone. Okay, so we got 2 of those. Should probably upgrade my shield eventually. I think that's what I'm saving up for. So what we can do is ion blast their shields. We'll see what happens. Oh, okay, so one of these is enemy combat. They both say enemy combat, but one of them is a beam and the other one isn't. So they can't get through us on their own. Alright, so we're gonna get through there. We're gonna burst laser on their shields. And then we're gonna heavy laser on their weapons. Perfect. Now we're gonna keep up that. I think maybe just everything on their weapons. Alright, now everything can go on their shields now that their weapons are down. Sorry guys if you missed out on anything, but I just beat an auto assault, that's all. Ship explodes, leaving behind a substantial collection of useless scrap material. One fuel, 1 drone, 27 scrap. Nice, didn't even have to use a drone. Very good. Good judgment on my part. Ship, can I buy 2 sets of shields? I can't. Not yet. What's this? This section of the nebula is experiencing an ion storm. No thanks! I don't like myself any ion storms. Let's go here, then here. Okay. Intruders on board, eh? Alright. The one thing I don't like about the intruder on board missions or sections, like when you go jump somewhere, the beacons within where intruders, it's just intruders, you don't get any reward out of it. When there's a ship, you beat a ship, you get a reward. But when there's intruders, you don't tend to get much of a reward out of it. I tend to find. So first of all, I can't really see where they are. We'll have to find them using our sensors. There's someone in there. So I'm gonna get everyone to go towards here. Perfect, so it's in the medical bay. Get our Rockman to get ready to get into the medical bay when he needs to, if he needs to. It seems like everyone else is doing fine on their own. So things seem to be going pretty well. Fine. Alright everyone, back to your positions. Do Engis have faster movement speed? I can't tell. Oh well. Let's go here. Alright, let's attack the automated ship. So we got an automated ship. It's got combat drones. We shouldn't need to use our drone though. So we're going to Ion Blast at their shields. And we're gonna start seeing how we're gonna go about this. Let us burst laser on their shields, and then heavy laser their weapons. They got a missile. That was nice. We're gonna put all of our serious stuff towards their burst laser first, then the heavy laser. Yep. Good job. Now it's auto assault, so they can't really repair anything. So now I'll just go for their drones. I guess their shields must be down too. Something really annoying happened. I had a power failure as I was fighting the ship. I'm not sure where I am. It seems we saved back at the intruder's detected. So we didn't actually, I don't think we lost too much. Now from what I remember, the intruders are going to end up in the med bay, so we're going to send everyone to the med bay to fight them, and everything will be absolutely fine. Gee, foresight. Wow, much foresight. Very power failure. Such annoying. Wow, I don't think I'm doing that right. I might be. I always have the overwhelming urge to shut this door. Probably because I don't want to seem like an idiot talking to myself. I'm not talking to myself, I'm talking to a possible person. It could be no one, but it could also be Dilshan, it could also be someone else I don't know. So, it's not entirely no one. It just could be. Alright, so we're jumping, we're gonna go here, and there will be an auto assault ship, as if I remember correctly, maybe it's randomly generated. Yeah, okay, good. Same thing. Okay. Enemy combat drone is what we're gonna do. Going to Ion Blast its shields. So luckily, we didn't lose too much progress, and it auto saves occasionally, which is really nice. I think it must auto save on the last thing you complete. Like, the last thing you complete, it saves just before you completed it. So, because I completed that sector and I jumped away from it, it saved me jumping towards that sector, and it took me to the start of that battle. So, that's, I think, a pretty good saving system. Yeah. It would be nice if you could save at the start of the battle you're currently in, but if that's the way they think they see it fit, then fine. So I'm gonna wait for my heavy laser. I'm gonna end up shooting the burst laser at the weapons first, then shooting the heavy laser at them afterwards. Perfect. Now the weapons are all gone. Great. Someone has shot out that. So we're going to start sending our lasers towards the drones now. Great. Oh, we missed. Oh well. Keep doing that again and again. Perfect. Now everything can go towards the shields. I'll still keep... The right timing is important, so burst laser first, then heavy laser. I think that is very important to do that. Or in this case, not so important because we totally wrecked their shields. Nice. You salvage what you can from the broken ship, which happens to be 38 scrap. The station was abandoned or stripped clean and seems to have lain unused for some time. You find nothing useful. That's okay. Alright. So now what? We can go here, here. We can go to this nebula area. Or we can go up and around here. I think I'll go up here, and then we can go back into the nebula. We'll see. Alright, an unarmed Zoltan transport vessel is slowly making its way towards the beacon here. They hail. This is a Zoltan peace envoy. We carry no weapons or shielding and rely on the mercy of... Okay, hear them out. They continue. We take your silence for interested contemplation. They talk at length about peace and harmony, but either it's beyond your simple mind, or it's all nonsense. They finish. Please, spread the word of enlightenment to those who have not heard. Once you have heard, contact our brethren. They transmit the coordinates of their so-called brethren. Add a quest marker to your map. Okay? So the quest is there. It's quite dangerous. We have to do it. Alright. Attempt to hail them. Alright. I can't imagine there's anything you could say that will save you. The rebellion must destroy those that are still loyal to the obsolete Federation. So I wrote, perhaps there could be a reconciliation of our ideals without war. That didn't work last time. Surrender. Ultimate destruction is inevitable. We've left scores of rebels destroyed now. That didn't work. Let's click on this one. Our ideals are too different to be so easily reconciled. This could end anyway, but the galaxy is huge. That didn't work. True progress can only be achieved without bloodshed. Suddenly, all indications of the rebel ship fade away, and a Zoltan fleet appears around your ship. The captain of the ship you met previously materializes on your bridge. Although your methods are crude and most certainly ineffective, it is clear that you took our previous meeting to heart. If your ship represents the Federation's willingness to adapt, we shall do what we can to aid in their fight. This technology should aid your quest. A Zoltan Cruiser has been unlocked and added to the hang. I did it! I knew it! Awesome! $19 and augment Zoltan shield. Oh, we got the Zoltan shield! Heck yeah, we got energy shield! Hang on. Awesome! But the question is now, can we survive the trip back? We might not be able to. Hopefully we can. You stumble upon some Zoltan military vessels engaging in combat training. Their energy shields are impressive, but you know how quickly beam and iron weaponry take them down. Oh, interesting. Crap, that's about to be taken over. This is not a good situation. We're going to need to upgrade. Okay, what can we upgrade? We will upgrade our weapon, our power, so we can get our dodging chance upgrade. I think that's all we really need to upgrade for the moment. Blast doors, perhaps. We'll upgrade our sensors. Why not? Alright, let's go. Alright, so we've got rid of some of our power, unfortunately. We've got an energy shield. Hopefully that can help us. We'll just go with our heavy laser and burst laser then. So, can we not? Alright. We need our oxygen. Maybe we don't. everything on their shields for the moment. We'll see what happens. And we'll pop a combat drone. Alright. Heavy laser on their shields then. First laser on their shields. Alright. We need to get rid of their shields first. Alright, their shields are pretty much down. Alright, now that their shields are down, we're going to put some power back into our shields. We're getting rid of our Ion Blast. We're getting level 1 shields back. We're going to start attacking at their weapons. Alright, we destroyed them. We just got 1 fuel. Unfortunately, it's really quite dangerous. Hector, you need to heal yourself. Alright. Everyone back to their positions. We'll jump now. We have to jump in here. It's gonna be terrible. Alright. It's still in a nebula, unfortunately. We'll take down and double our shields so that we can... Okay, let's do this. Alright, we managed to do some damage to their shields. Done more damage to their shields. Alright, we're gonna have to put our shields back up now. One of our shields, now everything goes towards, still goes towards their shields. But we got one of our own shields. Alright, their shields are totally down. Now we can start putting our stuff towards their weapons instead. But apparently our oxygen is down. So you three, everyone, look, everyone, get to the med bay. Everyone died except Hector. Please, Hector, don't die on us. No. Oh well. It was worth it. I needed to get the Zoltan ship. I could have avoided that, but I wouldn't have gotten the Zoltan ship. Now I've got the Zoltan ship. I think in the end that's what matters. Right? Right. Alright. Thanks for watching. My name's James Ryan, and I've been your host. Peace out.